don't know what happened to my. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we'll talk about. I'm just going to go into the enrollment presentation. So for the two of you that are there, if I can ask a couple of questions, you can raise your hand. Have you actually applied to DVC yet? Yeah. Did you apply for? Yes. No. Okay. I'm going to kind of go over the process, and then we'll kind of go from there. Okay. And then this is your presentation. I know we have until about 10:25. If you want to stop and ask questions, please feel free to do that, because we can adapt to whatever your needs are. Okay. So if you have questions after, we work for Welcome Services and Outreach. And so our email is welcome@DVC, and you can also go to our Welcome Services webpage. And I'm going to show you that webpage in a little bit. If you have an IEP or a 504, then this process is going to be different for you. You'll want to go to this website, dvc.edu/DSS, because then you can get set up for accommodations. And again, the enrollment steps are a little bit different for students within our DSS office or disability support services. One thing that you should know about, you should not pay for your first 2 years at DVC. Most California community colleges are participating in this program. Our college or district, we call it the 4CD promise, or FT3. And that's basically first time, full-time, free tuition. So you guys are graduating in either May or June. You're going to start with us in either summer or fall. And you will be considered a first-time college student. So that's the first criteria of FT3. Then you need to enroll in a minimum of 12 units. That's considered full-time. There's a quick pledge that you would need to go into. It's going to be available on May 1st, but you'll do that. You'll fill out the pledge, and then you will be in the program. If you haven't done so already, you do want to complete the free application for federal student aid, or the FAFSA, or the DREAM Act application. And I'll explain that in a moment. But you do want to complete that first. That is a requirement to get into FT3. You also need to have an educational plan on file. If you follow the steps as we line out for you today, you will have an educational plan on file. And then you will need to complete a minimum of 12 units with a GPA of 2.0 or higher. That's a C average. And of course, we do have free tutoring if you find yourself struggling academically, but I'm sure you won't have any problems with that. The reason why for this program you need to complete the FAFSA is because FAFSA is federally funded. This program here is state funded. So we do want to make sure that we want to see if you qualify for free tuition under federal funds first. So there are also other monies that you can qualify for. So you should complete the FAFSA if you haven't done so already. Get that free money if you can. But if you do not qualify for free tuition under FAFSA, then we can put you into FT3, which is what you're seeing on the screen right now. Be a first-time college student, enroll in 12 units, complete that pledge, have that FAFSA, do the educational plan, and then have a 2.0 or higher. This program lasts for two years or 4 academic semesters. So it would be fall, spring, and then your second year fall and spring. So you want to make sure that you don't pay tuition fees. Okay, so the enrollment process for your class is as follows. The application, orientation, assessment or placements that we're now calling it, and academic advising, and then registration. You have to complete steps 1 through 4 to complete you have to complete the steps 1 through 4 to receive the earliest registration date. And for you guys, for students who are graduating seniors and who complete the first 4 steps, your registration date would be Saturday, May 7th. So you do want to mark this date down in your calendar. On that day, you should be on step number 5, registration, and at the end of the day, you should have your DVC courses already. You should already be enrolled in your DVC courses. Now, one of the things that I didn't ask you is you may be using DVC as a backup, and that's perfectly fine. Perhaps you've already applied for a UC or CSU or out of state. That's wonderful. We do hope that you get into your first choice, but if you are using DVC as a backup, you do want to use it to your advantage. Some people will come to us in June, and for whatever reason, they decided not to go to the four-year university. They got into their second choice, and so they were kind of going back and forth on whether or not they wanted to take that second choice. My recommendation is you go ahead, go through our process, secure your classes on May 7th. So that way, if you change your mind about going to the 4 years or what have you, in June or July, you're not jumping through hoops trying to get in transfer courses. If you decide not to take the classes with us, just be sure that you drop the classes so you aren't assessed fees, okay? All right, so application is the first step. You're gonna go online, I'll show you in a second, to dvc.edu. You should have your social security number and your high school transcript with you. You will be asked some questions about your GPA and also your English and math grades. You also need to have that social security number. The reason why is you're gonna apply for FAFSA to get that free tuition. To connect your FAFSA account with your DVC account, they do that through your social security number. You're going to create an account with CCC Apply. Sometimes it's called Open CCC, it's the same company. That is the company that processes all California Community College applications. So you need to create an account with them. You're going to either give them your email or mobile phone. It's your choice. And then you're going to create a password. You want to write down this information because we do not have access to it as DVC employees. It's a CCC Apply information. So we don't have access to it. Again, you want to note that the system is case sensitive. So however you write your password in there, that's what you want to remember. This is where a lot of people get confused about our system. You have to submit 2 applications. Now, I know at least one of you has already submitted an application. If that was for fall, it's okay, you're still okay, but just pay attention to this part. But you're gonna submit 2 applications. The first application is for spring, that's this semester. Your status will be a high school student enrolling in a college class. And the reason for that is because step number 4, academic advising, is in the form of a class that you will take this semester in preparation for fall. So that is Counseling 95. If you're an athlete, it would be Counseling 96. And I have a typo there. I said that you're going to take that in December. This is obviously, I didn't update this slide, but you're actually going to take it spring semester in either March or April. So you're going to take it this semester in either March or April. And again, that is going to set you up for fall. The second application is for summer as a first-time college student. And the reason for all of this is, why 2 applications and why summer? If I'm going to attend DVC in the fall, it doesn't make any sense. The reason why is once you complete that spring application so that you can, as a high school student, so that you can take the Counseling 95 this semester in March or April, you will be in our system as a high school student. And once you graduate, you need to change that, that status because you don't want to remain a high school student. So you want to change that status from a high school student to a first-time college student. That's why there's 2 applications that are required. The reason why we want to apply for summer, it's because summer also sets you up for fall. In the event that you change your mind, you may go through Counseling 95, and after speaking to your counselor, you may decide that you want to start early. If you apply for fall and decide to take a summer class, you would have to do a 3rd application. Now, again, some of you have already applied, if you've already applied for fall, that's okay, just leave it as long as it was for a first-time college student. Just go back into your CCC Apply account and you're going to complete a spring application as a high school student enrolling in a college class. So once again, the first application is for spring as a high school student enrolling in a college class, and the second application will be for summer as a first-time college student. Once you submit both applications, you're going to check your email, And you're going to get an email verification for the spring application and an email verification for a summer application. You will need to follow instructions to verify the applications, and you need to verify both applications. So once you do that, then your application will be processed, and then you will check your email and you will receive an email with your DVC account information. Okay. All right, that's a lot of technical stuff. I'm going to close out on this PowerPoint here, and I'm going to actually go into our website, and I will, hold on one second. And I'm going to show you a little bit. Okay, so this is the first page of our website, and you can click on Apply Now here. And then also, if you scroll down, you'll see graduating high school seniors. You'll want to click on more for high school seniors. And then we do have some information on here that needs to be updated as well. We're waiting for our IT to update it. But you're going to click on step number 1, and that explains the 2 applications. There is also a video that you can watch. It'll walk you through the application as well. And then again, you want to apply for financial aid. Once you receive your DVC account information, you'll want to go back here and go into the online orientation. That would be the second step. You can click on online orientation here, or you can go ahead and log into your Insight email. Let me go over this one more time. So you're going to do the online orientation. Once you complete that, you're going to complete your assessment or your math and English placements, and you'll do that through this website. It's linked all in here on this page. And then once you get that, you will sign up for a Counseling 95 or Counseling 96 class. This is your academic advising. It is actually the initial meeting that you will have with a counselor. In college, we do not assign counselors. You get to see whoever you want. We have about 30, 40 counselors on staff. So you get to pick who you want. But for this first initial one, it is in the form of a class. That's Counseling 95. You'll meet with that counselor. They're going to, in that class, you'll learn all about graduation requirements, transfer requirements, more about the system that I'm going to show you, Insight. And then they will also help you create an educational plan. Once you complete that, the recommendation is you see a counselor at least once a semester. I know that some students see a counselor 2 to 3 times a semester, just to make sure that you are on top of your educational plan and you're able to transfer in time so that you're not here for 5 years, because you don't want to be at DVC for 5 years. As much as we love our students, we want you guys to move on. Once you complete that class, you will be able to register for your classes. And again, our target date is May 7th. So I'm going to show you Insight, and Tara is going to help me with this, but this is our Insight. So on Insight, you're going to do a lot of things here as a student. You're going to be registering for your classes, paying for your classes, checking for your grades, all the fun stuff that you're going to be doing. On this column right here are important dates. You do want to make sure that you pay attention to the important dates, such as drop deadlines, et cetera, when our spring recess is, so that you know what you're supposed to do, et cetera. So pay attention to that. To log into Insight, you're going to click right here on Insight, and then you're going to click on Student. And then I'm going to log into our dummy account. Just a second. And I just realized, Tara, this is going to be a little bit difficult with you showing me. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and then put into chat if I mess up majorly. Okay. Tara knows it from the student side. So she's going to make sure that I do things right. So for orientation, this is what this looks like. These are tiles that you can actually move around to your convenience, but your email, you'll be assigned an email. Once you're assigned this email account, all DVC communications will be sent to this account. So you want to make sure that you check it frequently or have it forwarded to your personal account. If you're on a wait list, your grades and transcript, financial aid, plan and progress, etc. This is where you would do the orientation. So that's step number 2. So you would log in here and click on orientation. And this is what it looks like. There's different modules. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a dummy account, so it's not going to let me in the orientation. For you, you'll see several different modules on things that you'll have to learn about. After each module, there's a question that you'll need to answer, and at the very end, there'll be a quiz. You'll have to get 7 out of 10 questions correctly before you are complete with the orientation. So what you're going to do also is, so for that Counseling 95 class, again, you're going to apply for spring as a high school student, and because you're applying as a high school student, you are also going to be required to do a special admit form. So what you'll need to do is find this tile right here, DVC student forms, or if it's easy for you, you can click here. And then once you get in here, you're going to click on special admissions form. And once that is in, you're going to complete this form. You'll need 2 things. You'll need the name of your parent or legal guardian. I'm just going to use Nick because he's on the screen. And email address. You want to make sure that you put in the correct email address. And then I'm going to have Tara be the principal. I'm going to make up her last name. Okay, once you include that information, check to make sure it's correct because they will receive an email. We have to have their authorization in order for you to take this class. And then you're going to read all this information, and then you'll get to this screen. And the system is slow. Okay, and you're just going to fill out all this information, the term, your phone number, and then your parent legal guardian, the name that you put on the first page. And then you're going to put in the section number, course, and instructor's name. Now, this is just for Counseling 95. You will not have to go through this for your fall classes because you'll be a first-time college student. So I'm going to show you how to search for classes. And I had to go into Insight again. And give me a thumbs up if you see the tiles again. Am I back at the tiles? Thumbs up. Okay, great, perfect. So what you're going to do is you're going to go click on this plan in progress. And then you're going to click on plan and register. And I'm watching Tara so she can shake her head no if I'm steering you wrong. And then what you're going to do is do a course search here. And it's Counseling 095. And let me close out my... And then you're going to, and I don't put any spaces, and it'll show this. What you want to make sure is you can select just the spring 2022 tile here. And then once you have that selected, we're going to go into the view available sections. And you can see the available sections here. This has seats, this has the date range for it. And just notice the different modes, like this one right here doesn't have specific days, times. That means it is an asynchronous, fully online class. It's through our San Ramon campus, but any student can do that. You guys are closer to our San Ramon campus. This one is a lecture. This is actually an in-person class. So this is Tuesday, Thursday, 4:05 to 6:55 in this date range. And then you'll have to go to the San Ramon campus, and that's the room number right there. So you do want to pay attention if it's at San Ramon or if it's at Pleasant Hill. Now, if it says Diablo Valley College, it's at Pleasant Hill. This right here is a Saturday class, and it's in person, and it's at the Pleasant Hill class campus because it has DVC. And so we have in person, and then we also have online, so you can choose if you want to do either an in-person class or an online class. This one is actually a hybrid class. It's part in person. So you'll meet on Saturday, May 7th, 1 to 3. I would not choose the May 7th because, again, you want to take this class in either March or April, because May 7th, you should be on step number 5, and this is step number 4. So I would not wait till then to take this class. But just check that. Once you figure out which one you want to take, so I'm just going to go ahead and randomly select this one, Counseling 95 9007. You'll go back into that special admit form, put the section number is 9007, the last 4 digits, and then the course title and number is COUNS 095. You put that information into the special admit form and then submit that, okay? Your parent or legal guardian will receive an authorization email, and so will your principal or designee, whoever you put in there. They will need to authorize it, and then you will receive a notification in your Insight email account that you can register for your class. So I'm going to add this section. I don't think I picked the right one, but anyway, this is the online one. I already selected it and I added it to, and then I'm going to go back to the plan and schedule. So once you get your notification from admissions in your Insight email account, you're going to go back in here. This will already be on your schedule, and then you're going to click on register. Obviously, I can't do it. This is a dummy account. But you're going to click on register. This will actually be blue like it is up here. And then that will turn to planned but not registered. Okay, so that is how you're going to do the special admit form. Once you take the Counseling 95 class, then you will be ready to actually register for your class. And this is where the fun really begins. We don't have a first period, second period. I'm sure you know this. This is where you get to select when you come to school, right? So some students only want to attend school on Tuesday, Thursdays in the afternoon, or they only want to attend Monday through Thursday in the morning because they want to work in the afternoon. So you can select your classes based on when you want to take the class, obviously, if it's available too. So that's where the early registration date really comes into play, because the earlier your registration date, the more classes are available, and then you'll be able to select the times. Tara, do you have anything to add to what I just said? And I'm going to stand at the door so I can hear.
It's still just my second semester at DVC, and I'm still testing out like schedules and times that work best for me. But it's honestly been a great convenience, especially for work, family, and my social life, to be able to plan around those things by deciding what days I want my classes, what times, and being able to look through just a series of different professors who can kind of pertain to my learning style based off other students' opinions and everything. So yeah, honestly, what Mercy just mentioned, like really take advantage of like the different sections like each professor has to offer, and like create a class schedule that works best for like your overall life.
Okay. I'm also, so it was a short amount of time that we're giving a lot of information. I'm going to go ahead and put into chat. I'm going to link our enrollment guide. Let's see if I can do this here. There it is. Okay, do you have that? Okay, perfect. And then one of the things, because I think it's 10:18, do you have any questions for us?
Any questions? Maybe?
Maybe, we're thinking.
I might have to type it in chat because I don't think that she can hear. All right, what's your question? I'll type it out.
I really am. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties.
How do I phrase this for you to text?
Yeah, no worries. What are you trying to ask? Maybe I can help.
So in my graphic design class, my teacher did this thing where like kind of collab with DVC for us to get college credits
Gotcha.
for our graphic design class by collaborating with DVC. So I already made an account. Do I just use that account that I already made for stuff? Because I'm not technically at the college yet, but I have made an account already. Do I use that account or do I make another one? Probably not, right?
Let me see.
Yes. So if you've taken a class with us, you should not receive a different DVC account. So if you're taking a class this semester, or if you took it, so let's say if you took it summer of 2021, in the fall of 2021, or if you're in it this semester, you're good for spring semester. You don't have to do this spring application. Okay, you would just need to do the summer application as a first-time college student, because you would need to still switch your status. But you would actually need to fill out the special admit form. I think you should have had to do that for the articulated course, and then you would then wait for that, and then you would just sign up for Counseling 95. So yeah, it's great that you've already taken a class with us. And I do want to emphasize for the first-time college student, for the FT3, the class that you took with us while you're in high school does not count against the first-time college student. You're graduating in May or June, you're considered a first-time college student. So get that free tuition, okay? The other thing I'd like to add, because we just have a few more minutes before you, please get involved. I know sometimes people see community college as a commuter college. You just come in, take your classes, and then you leave. But you really want to take advantage of all the resources that we have. If you can get involved in join a learning community, we have a first-year experience. We have Puente, Umoja, we have Mesa if you are in the sciences. We have the Pride community. So if you want to maybe look into that, it does kind of take a big college and make it into a smaller community. But you also want to network, get to know people, get to know your professors. I do like to tell students, when you're in college, don't just work towards getting that degree, work towards building your profile, because employers do not hire degrees, they hire people with degrees and a whole other skill set. And they're also going to ask for things like references. So your faculty members, if you work on campus, your supervisors, those people become your letters of reference. So get to know people and get involved, and just really have fun. Please have fun. We have a lot of clubs. Even when we were fully in COVID and lockdown, we had clubs that were active. So get active, go to a music event or join the music event and play some instruments, be a part of a play, do something, but have fun. You should have a great time. Lastly, Tara is one of our student ambassadors. We coordinate the student ambassador program, Nick and I, both at the Pleasant Hill campus and the San Ramon campus. In fall, we only hire first-time college students. So if you're interested in working on campus, you can either follow us on our Instagram accounts, DVC Welcome. I think it's also that on Snapchat, TikTok, I can't remember. TikTok, Facebook, DVC Welcome Services. Just put in DVC Welcome, you'll find us. Or you can email me, and then we normally will post our hirings on our social media accounts. So anyway, congratulations on your upcoming graduation. And we look forward to you becoming part of our community. We're really excited. And we have a couple of minutes, so if you guys have any more questions, we'll also answer questions.
Oh, you take classes at DVC just for the summer, right? Like just for summer, right?
Yeah, let me ask.
Like not
I love the questions.
into like the entire year, just take classes at like for the
Are you a
summer.
senior?
Yeah.
Oh, so you might just want to take classes for the summer.
Yeah. Like with the enrollment test.
And then like going to a different campus in the fall.
Yeah.
So if you're talking campus or college, so it depends. So if a student who graduates from high school can take a summer class with us and then still attend a 4-year, it won't count against them, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, because so some students will ask, like, can I start taking classes at DVC in the fall and then transfer to a UC or a CSU in the spring? Once a student starts taking a class with us in the fall, any community college, that puts them on the transfer track.
Okay.
Yeah, but taking a summer class with us will not. So yeah, so a student can take, any class with us in the summer and then start at a 4-year in the fall.
Got you. I want to ask if will DVC summer classes transfer to a 4-year, right? Will you get credit for those classes if you take them?
So it depends on which class that you want to take. We can look it up for you. And then also I'm a little leery about answering classes that transfer. I can look it up in the catalog and let you know if it's going to transfer. The second question would be, is it going to transfer and meet a requirement that you're trying to meet? And so that depends on your major, the college that you're going to. So it's a little bit more difficult to answer that questions. But if you want to have Ms. Baraka send me a question, I can actually send it to one of our counselors and then forward the information to you. But honestly, if you're already accepted into a college or if you have contact with a college, the receiving institution has the final say. So if you have contact at the 4-year that you're going to, then you want to ask them if they'll receive it.
Gotcha. Cool. Anyone else? You have any questions?
Questions?
I have a question about the placement test. Like
Perfect. I love this.
You have a question about placement tests?
Yeah,
What
like-
specifically?
where can I take them? Because I think I went on the website a few times, but it kept on like
Math and English?
yeah.
Okay, for the English and math placements, you're going to do that. That's the 3rd step. And do I have time, Maddie? Can I share my screen? I can show them.
Absolutely.
Oh, perfect. I love it. So I'm just going to show you by going through. You can go into the assessment page, but I'm just going to show you on the Apply Now page. You can see my screen. So if you go into the graduating high school seniors screen, and then if you click on assessment, the placement process, and then you're going to click on assessment on this link. So either click on this link or just type in dv.edu/assessment. And then you should read through this information. But if you are graduating from this year from a U.S. accredited college, there's a video for you to watch on that. And then just to let you know, once it's over, you will need to email your unofficial high school transcript to this email address. You want to make sure you do that. But you click on enter transcript information. And I'm not sure if this is going to let me do it. Let me see. You'll read this information. Oh, it's not going to let her do it again. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you, but it's really straightforward. Again, this is a dummy account. Let me see. Let me see if I can log out of her and then log into my account and see if it'll let. And let me know if I need to let you go too, because.
Do you mind staying during break? Are you okay?
But we're happy to stay on.
If you want to take off for
Okay.
break, that's
Let me
fine.
stop sharing real quick.
Yeah, either way.
Was this decided for 25 with
Let me
Just let
log
Mr.
in.
Paula at the desk know on the way out. It's the
Okay.
guy sitting like right inside the career center door.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, just tell him your name.
Okay, it's going to let me log in. Okay, let me share this. So you'll log in with your Insight email, Insight user name and password. And then it'll look like this. And you'll have your transcript with you. Again, you can use your unofficial. And then you're going to click on English and Math. And then you're going to answer this question as best you can. This is the EAP. I'm not sure if they offer it anymore, but you can either say you don't know or put it in there. I'm just going to say I don't know. And then you're going to put in your course. So I'm going to put in, because you're, let me just put 11th grade. And I'm good at English, so I'll say I got an A. Actually, let me say I got a C. And then an unweighted GPA. So you're going to enter that. I'm going to go ahead and put 2.5. And then you're going to review the information and all that's correct. If you need to correct it, you can put in try again. And then you have the math. And then I'm going to put don't know. That's what I put last time. And then for this course, I'm going to say Algebra 2. I'm going to say I got that as well. And then next. And of course, the GPA remains the same. Next. And then you're going to check your information. And my information is correct. And this is actually your results. So here it's telling me that I am eligible to transfer the transfer level English 122 course, and then that I may want to consider enrolling in a course with additional support. So you want to pay attention to this paragraph right here, because it could be that it's going to tell me just to take the English 122. This is asking me to consider taking the support class, just saying I may need help passing the course. But it also may say that I'm required to take it. So if you're required to take it, then that means you have to take the English 122 class with the English 122 L class. The L class is the support class. Then you scroll down. And then when you go to Counseling 95, you can also discuss this with your counselor. So for the math, I put that information in, and this one depends on my major. So if I'm a STEM major, then it's asking that I take Math 121, but it's requiring me to take the support class for that class. If I'm a business major, then that's saying that I should take Math 135, but I'm required to take the support class for that. If I'm not any of those majors, I'm any other kind of major, then it's saying I should take Math 142, and it's only recommended, not required, just recommended that I either take the support class, Math 42 or Math 124. Okay, so you want to read through this carefully, and then again, you can discuss this with your counselor when you're taking Counseling 95. And then you can print this page. It'll also be saved to your Insight. And then again, or you can email the results to yourself. But again, you'll also, once you complete this, you'll email your unofficial transcript to this email address right here. Okay, does that make sense? It's pretty easy. So
Cool.
yeah. Do we have any other questions?
No, it's assessment test is just putting in the
Oh.
info of what you've taken, and then it kind of places you into a class
Okay.
that's going to be where you're starting based on the stuff you took in high school.
Okay.
Make sense? And I can send you a copy of your unofficial transcript, so that way you'll have all your.
So then, will this like recorded Zoom will be sent it through via email to me?
Yeah, I can send you the video if you want.
And then could I also get the slideshow?
Let me ask if she can email the slideshow.
Yes, I actually have a more detailed PowerPoint that I'll email you. Yeah. Yeah. And please feel free to, if you run into any issues or have any questions, please email me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. This is really great. I love it when the students ask questions. So I really had fun today.
Yeah, I feel like
Again, I apologize for the sound.
all good. It was very informative, and we really enjoyed it over here. So
Great. Thank you.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. You take care.
Bye-bye.
a
Thank
good
you,
one.
you too.